Konnichiwa YouTubers, this is Rest Talk straight from Japan, and today we're going to do a video review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime with Mechtech trailer. That's right, he has a trailer, and I'm going to tell you, I wish it looked as pretty as this. This is the box over here, Dark of the Moon, and don't worry, I have the Optimus Prime with a trailer in the back here, so as usual, I always show you the box. And here's the box from the box. As you can see, the inside of the box has a nice lunar, actually that's the Earth, so you can kind of see that it's from the moon. So that's the front of the box, and when I do this you're going to see Optimus in the background, so I'm going to try to not show you that. Oh, there we go. Here's the back of the box. Now I'm going to tell you, don't get excited over here. They show you Optimus at this angle, and it's going to be readily apparent when you see this, and it looks like you can load good old deluxe size class figures onto the trailer. Now here's his Mechtech weapon, the Ion Blaster, which can convert to the energy blade, and I'll show you how to do that. It's really simple. I like the painting on this. Here's the Mechtech cab, so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. You can attach all sorts. I got tons of Mechtech ports, as you can see. So let's show you. Ta-da! Why not? There's the cab, alright? I had to do it. I had to get it from Toys R Us. It cost me 5,000 yen, 60 bucks, or whatever the conversion rate is. So it's kind of pricey. Now this is a Voyager class figure with a cab. And I'm going to tell you right now, he looks better than when you see him up close. He looks a lot better actually here than you see it up close. And that's what I was a little bit disappointed with this figure. But let me show you real quick. Hey, it rolls. Not necessarily a command center. I mean, the cab does one thing and one thing only, is just there for decorative purposes. And it does roll around fairly well, so it has 18 wheels. I think pseudo 18 wheels, so it's nothing special. Cab can rotate in and around, so hey, it's a cab, right? That's what y'all were waiting for, a cab. As far as the detailing, not too much detailing in the way of detailing. There's the Autobot symbol. I wish it was painted red. There's another Autobot symbol here in the front. Again, I wish it was painted red. The plastic, I don't know, man. This is not typical Takara-Tomy stuff. I wish it had greater detail. The wheels look kind of plain. The stand looks kind of plain. And to put them in the stand mode, all you have to do is just pop them down over here. And to open up the cab, yeah, you know what? I'll save the best for last. I'm going to set this cab down and focus on the main dude himself. Okay, not bad looking, right? Not bad. It's a Voyager size figure. Yay! You've seen these transformations before, so I'm not going to go too much in depth here. He rolls around, but I'm going to tell you, I was extremely disappointed. I think the cab should make the figure, but this thing is, look at those gaps. What is the deal with that? The American version, as I've seen, had a little space over here to cover this obvious mismatch, because this is actually the hands on the arms that you see up front here. So I had a devil of a time putting that bad boy together. The smokestacks are rather large and made of soft plastic too, so which is kind of weird for a Japanese toy. You got clear plastic on the front, so you can kind of see this is where the head's supposed to be. So I don't know, it's a little disappointing for a Voyager size figure. Look at this gap. Yeah, sure, you can put the Mechtech weapon on the... Yeah, you can do that and it covers it up. But seriously though, what the heck? Look, this alt mode is extremely disappointing. You can see the faux wheels. In the American version, the gas tank was huge and it forms the jetpack. It has the flame detailing, so it doesn't have those, but the top is extremely plain. I mean, I don't know, it just looks like a knockoff. And I'm extremely surprised at Takara-Tomy, because if you've seen, they definitely take more pride in the painting, the paint apps and everything else, and this just looks very Americanized, very cheaply made. It's not like it's not worth the money. So I'm extremely disappointed in that sense. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10 for the vehicle mode. Very, very disappointing. So let's go ahead and transform this bad boy, shall we? Relatively easy. All you have to do is simply, just like before, I'm not going to get too much in depth in there because y'all seen this before. Well, if you have some reviews, pretty much all we're going to do is separate the legs here from the bottom here. Okay, snap this top portion. Actually, let me snap the front here. It really doesn't matter if you want to do the snap. Look at that. Look at those paint applications. I don't know if it's supposed to be there. That's just shoddy workmanship. And I know it was just released, so I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the legs, since I already started with the legs. Snap that. Pull these little bits over here, the knee brace down. Okay. These things actually snap apart. Okay, on the back over here. So roll this. This thing actually becomes the feet over here on the bottom. So while I'm just go ahead and fiddling around, y'all know how to, I don't know, I'm not going to take that for granted. Don't ever take things for granted. I've already noticed that. Especially, see this figure, I was totally looking forward to this figure, and I don't know, so far it's not really been living up to my expectations. Oh well. Well, let me see. Well, I'll fiddle around with that, and we're going to separate the cab over here like that. Alright, this thing over here will form the backpack, so the tank kind of folds in itself. It pegs together rather nicely, so I'm just going to go ahead and separate that. Alright, because I'm having, you can start at the front, you can start in the back, whatever you feel. And as you can see, he forms a fake chest which goes into his truck face over here, and all you have to do is just fold it up like that. His arms, go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and move the legs down so I can fiddle around with the legs a little bit. Arms, just go ahead and pull the truck crabs forward like that. Alright, no sweat. Double jointed arms, so that's always good. Okay. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I like the fact that it does roll in right here. So he's looking alright. Okay, and pull that up, pull this down. Alright, cool. Alright, not looking too bad here. Not bad at all. Okay, just want to make sure I got everything here. Yep, so far so good. The head just goes and pops up forward like so, and that clips on right here. No sweat. Oh, as far as for the backpack, you can go ahead and leave them like that. It's kind of neat. Backpack, excuse me. Just fold them down. There we go. That way it gets out of the way. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm thinking, what is this? Is the paint app supposed to be like that? I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I was a little disappointed in that. Alright, we're going to rotate the feet down, and I'm pretty sure that the legs do swivel to, yep, they just swivel over here. So good, and you get the big, huge clown feet. That snaps back over here. Same thing with the other side here. Swivel the leg down here, rotate, bam, bam, and big clown feet. Alright, fantastic. So, from before, he was a mismatch. Now he's not nearly as bad. As far as articulation, it's not too bad. You got, oh yeah, the shoulder just clips on here. And of course the backpacks will be, you can go ahead and position them as need be. I'm pretty sure I don't have them correctly, but oh well. Okay, articulation, pretty good. Okay, pegging in the shoulders. Shoulders do rotate 360 degrees. Bicep swivel. Single joint, double jointed elbow, so that's kind of neat. Kind of weird on that sense. And of course it has the big huge 5mm peg for the Mechtech weapon. Waist has a swivel, which is outstanding. And there we go. And of course, beautiful light piping. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. He's scary as anything. Jeez. Alright. I mentioned the waist swivel, good on him. Ratchet joint on the knee, goes up and down, side to side. Thigh swivel, knee joint, and the ankle's kind of weird, but it is on a swivel joint. So you can put them in good, decent poses as such. Let me show you the good old Mechtech weapon. Alright, let me go ahead and stand him up. Alright, good size Voyager figure. So the robot mode is definitely what makes this figure. We'll put that to the side, show you the Mechtech figure. It's kind of different from the American version. I don't have American toys here because they haven't hit my Navy exchange yet. And it has a, like I said, it converts to the energy blade. All you have to do is hit this switch over here. Yeah, right here, push it up and then click it forward and bam, energy blade. And it fits rather nice in his Mechtech ports. Oops. Yeah, prove me wrong, of course. Okay, there we go. Switch it forward. Man, there we go. So he's got pretty intimidating poses. For a size comparison, this is the 2007 version. As you can see, he's slightly smaller. I measured this guy. He's about 6.5 inches tall. So there we go with my favorite deluxe figure who's falling down. Okay, good. So he's bigger than deluxe, slightly smaller than the original, some of the original Voyager classes. So he's 6.5 inches. Normally Voyager classes are about 7 inches tall. And now, the piece de resistance. The cab, I mean, this is what you came for. Oh, and also it comes with this trading sticker here, trading card. Neat looking figure for the 2000 and yeah, the movie coming up, Dark of the Moon. So as you can see, Optimus Prime, he's pretty pimping with the stats, all in Japanese, but who cares? All right, there's the cab. This is what you're waiting for, right? Let's pop open this bad boy up. All you have to do is just move this down, pop it, and it just pops up, and it's a whole lot of nothing. All right, I'm not being facetious here. That's what it is. It's a whole lot of nothing. You don't get a roller, you don't get a crane, nothing like that. There it is. All right, you thought I was kidding? There it is in all its glory. Yeah, you can stand him up here, make him look like he was in the G1 era. I wish he had some cranes or stuff like that you can actually do that. And as far as Mechtech ports, yeah, there are like dozens of them. But quite frankly, I don't care. I really don't care. Yeah, look at all these Mechtech ports. One here, here. Oh, wow. Fantastic. You got a big clump of plastic. Wow. Thank you for spending, well, in this case was 60 bucks. I spent 50. Maybe it'll retail better when you get back into the States. And I am truly disappointed with Takara-Tomy in this venture. I mean, they had so much potential to make this trailer, made it into a big nothing. Just a hunk of plastic. Seriously, that's all this is. Hunk of plastic. I don't know what to say. You can kind of attach a lot of things in here, but no paint apps, nothing. Very, very disappointing, especially for Takara-Tomy. I can't recommend this toy. I hope they fix this when it gets to the States, because quite frankly, the figure here is not bad. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, but actually it's not bad at all. I'll write it up to 8 out of 10. We're going to have to drop a few points because of its miserable cab, because if you're paying $50, $60 for a toy, you'd expect it to have a little bit extra. And this is where it truly disappoints. So the cab itself is abysmal. I'll give it a 2 out of 10, maybe a 3 on a good day. Alright, YouTubers, I know it's been a longer video. I wish the cab was a little bit better. I wish it actually could do something other than just stay around. Quite frankly, yeah, if you want it, you can load up, you can load up vehicles over here. It looks like it has a little attachments over here. I guess it's just so it can attach the cab. So yeah, really disappointing. All it does is you can load up things on the vehicle. Extremely disappointing. Alright, YouTubers, that's all I got. I know it's been long, but I'll talk to y'all next time.